Welcome back. This is Vore's Physical Media. I'm Vanessa and he's Charles, and we have a movie review for you, and it's from Warner Brothers, and it is starring an amazing director,
actor, producer, legend, icon, legend times 3. Has a son, up and coming star just like him, named by the name of Scott.
You guys should figure it out by now. It is
Scott Eastwood, Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood, and it is the movie Pale Rider. So here's your J card, and this steelbook is really cool looking. We ended up going with the steelbooks instead because we liked the way they looked over what the standard looked like. And there's no disc artwork, but there is inside artwork. So pretty much what this is about Preacher, who Clint Eastwood plays, and about a small group of miners and a large corporation of miners. So the little miners are in their own little area that they have claimed for themselves and their families. Well, the big corporation wants to take over and take their land because they think that they have to own everything to find gold. Well, every time they've come in and tried to destroy their homes and everything, they still get back up and they still fight as much as they can. Well, Preacher has like this backstory that nobody knows about till later on, and well, the big corporation guy can't get these little miners out, so he decided he was going to hire like a local gunman, because that's pretty much what he was, to come in and pretty much kill all of them and take their land. Well, the Preacher was not going to have this. And this movie takes off from the beginning straight on to the end.
Yeah. This got released. The Outlaw of Jersey Wells got released, and so did Dirty Harry. The Outlaw of Jersey Wells is probably one of the best westerns I think I've seen in years.
Yeah.
I mean, I seen it back in the day, but I was young and didn't really have the knowledge of Clint Eastwood per se. My grandfather and my dad did.
It was the first time me watching that one. It was the first time me watching this one.
So I've seen majority of Clint Eastwood films because that's who I liked when growing up. She's a John Wayne fan, so she's now experiencing what it's a big difference of watching a Clint Eastwood film. You feel like you're watching like an epic film.
Yep.
In every movie that he does. Let's go ahead and read special features.
So, special features. There are over 3 hours of special features. So there's 2 featurettes: The Diary of Sidney Penny, Lessons from the Set; Painting the Preacher, the cinematography of Pale Rider. There's 3 documentaries: Clint Eastwood, a cinematic legacy; Reinventing Westerns; Eastwood directs The Untold Story; and The Eastwood Factor.
Now, if you don't like westerns, I understand some people don't. It's not their cup of tea. Pale Rider or Jersey Wells would probably be the best. If you like the Dollars trilogy, which a lot of people do, that's a western. It's a spaghetti western. It's not like, these are not spaghetti westerns by any means. That's a big difference. But it does have western in it. These are a little bit more on the normal western side.
Right.
So, well, you still get his grittiness that he had in all of the Dollars movies.
Yes.
I thought, especially in Jersey Wells. And this too, you could see it here and there with him.
Yeah. He tried not to portray it much because he was trying to move from his past into a new life.
Pretty much take hint, Pale Rider, he was pretty much a ghost of his former self.
Yeah.
So, it's a movie you just need to sit down and watch. It's an epic western film as only Clint Eastwood can do. You could not find a better actor to put in this movie. When I think of a western, I either think of John Wayne or I think of Clint Eastwood. Them two are like the kings of western.
Yeah, they really
I can't
are.
think of really anybody else that's remotely relevant other than them two, because they were like they were the standard of westerns.
Yes, I agree there.
So, but This movie does include Dolby Atmos,
Mhm.
utilized well.
Especially with the mining corporation. So the way they mined was completely different from the miners. The miners were like the old school, you know, they hit the rocks, they go through the water, they spin their little pan to look for gold. Well, the big company used pressured water and pretty much destroyed the land trying to find gold. So they weren't really miners, they were, you know, they were being lazy.
They just wanted to go to collect the money. That's all they were worried about. They were greedy, like most big corporations are.
They are.
They step on the little people. They don't care who
Right.
they step on. That's when Clint Eastwood's character.
Right. And that little community, the little mining community, like they really stuck together. Like if one person, you know, found gold, they all said, well, you know, maybe next time we'll find something. You know, even the person who got gold said that. And then the next time that came around, somebody else actually found gold. And everybody was so excited for everybody. It was a really great community that was there.
Yeah, don't want to give away too much more of the
No.
movie. But you do have your original stereo mix in this also. But use the Dolby Atmos track if you have that capability with your sound system. I mean, if you don't,
Yes.
obviously go with the original stereo track. Or if that's what people prefer, I mean, a lot of people do.
Yeah, a lot of people prefer the original.
But the Dolby Atmos really ups it a lot, kind of like in Josie Wells. You hear everything. There's not one thing you're going to miss. Your back speakers, up speakers, side speakers, subwoofer, center speaker, left and right. You hear everything. Especially this. Nothing is louder anywhere else where you cannot hear the center speaker. Some movies are like that if they're recorded in like DTS HD.
Yeah.
You got to crank it up a little bit more where you hear the center speaker, because a lot of times the back speaker drowns that out.
Yeah.
Even if you calibrate them, which most normal people do. And but the Dolby Atmos was utilized well. Warner Brothers did a wonderful job on that.
They
So
did.
that was definitely good. It should be, because it's a Clint Eastwood film. Now, transfer. Once again, one of the best transfers of the year, following right after Josie Wells. So it's going to be very hard for me to pick the end of this year. This is the second movie that's going on that list.
Yep.
We got Josie Wells. We have Pell Rider, and they're two Warner Brothers films, and
Yeah.
that's saying something. So this transfer, absolutely beautiful. It was even better than what The Searchers looked.
Right.
I
But
thought-
The Searchers was still on that level
Yes, it
too.
was.
What Warner Archive has done with that.
Same company per se, almost.
Pretty much, but they're, you know, like a boutique label
Yeah.
of Warner Brothers.
But you got to see the west. You had the western feel, just the land. You've seen every little detail in the land, every detail on the horses, on the gold, on the water, on the clothes, on the facial. You've seen
Got it
everything
everywhere.
crystal clear. All the colors blended in. Nothing was oversaturated anywhere. The color timing was great in this movie, which ever since Kino Lorber with the Dollars trilogy, I've been really eyeing that out in movies since it had
Yeah.
that issue. So, but I would definitely recommend this movie. The transfer is one of the best transfers of the year, other than Josie Wells.
Right.
That one's going to be neck and neck. I don't know who I'm going to choose yet.
I don't know
It's
yet.
bad when there's two westerns. So we need more companies to come in and do it, but we have yet to
Right.
hit it yet. I don't count the newer movies that much because they should look great.
Yeah.
Older movies is where it's at. Definitely pick this movie up. This movie is a 5 out of 5 down the board.
For both of
You
us.
got over 3 hours of special features. You got Dolby Atmos, one of the best Dolby Vision or HDR 10 Plus, whatever which you have, transfers of the year.
Yes.
So if you can still get this, we're going to link it below. If not, we're going to link the standard, or if they have both, we'll link both.
Yes.
But Pell Rider, Clint Eastwood, you definitely need to pick this up just to watch the transfer and hear the Dolby Atmos. 'Cause you would never hear this movie like this ever again, most likely. So get it while you can. Warner Brothers knocked it out of the park twice, and that's
Yes.
saying something coming from me. 'Cause I'm not the biggest Warner Brothers fan, but it's cool they're honoring Clint Eastwood because
Yes, and they should.
he damn well deserves it.
Yes.
He's going to be sorely missed when that day comes because he is a freaking legend and an icon. Thank you, Warner Brothers, for releasing such a great title and a freaking awesome looking steelbook in Clint Eastwood's Pale Rider. I'm Charles. That's Vanessa.
If you like this video, especially all the movie reviews that we do, definitely smash that like button. And then, of course, if you want to see more videos like that, definitely hit the subscribe button because we constantly are putting out videos for you guys, especially movie reviews. Especially if you like us, definitely smash that subscribe button. And then while you're at it, hit that bell notification so you know when we post videos.
We love to cover older movies, even if they're just Blu-rays, but it might have been a movie that's been out for years, kind of refresh your mind.
Right.
Older movies, I prefer to do reviews on because they're coming from back in the day, the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s. A newer movie should look great.
Yes.
These are ones that you want to see just to see the difference from when you've seen it, or if you've never seen it, you're going to experience something
that
great
looks
on your screen.
Exactly.
That you're going to get it at the best picture resolution sound possible.
Yeah. I mean, we do a lot of different types of genres. We also do movies that, you wouldn't think that people would do reviews on as well.
Yeah.
So we cover pretty much any and every basis that we can. So again, smash that like button, the subscribe button.
See ya.
Bye.